Probably move some of these chairs. This little
Owen was keen to get to work, while Luke was relieved to have finally struck a deal with an arborist.
Part of the negotiation was, will you do it for X amount of dollars, cash money? We'll get all the limbs and small stuff. You don't have to take that to the road. We'll do it.
The roof's fixed. Yeah, dude.
He was a two-man show, kind of like really a one-man show with a backup. He climbed a tree, he had spikes, he climbed the tree, he harnessed himself off. He was pretty safe about it.
I do use very sharp instruments to make very precise cuts along a living organism. By true definition, that's a surgeon. Wouldn't you agree?
He dressed the tree from the top down. When I say dressing, I mean, he cut limbs from the top down, and he cut all the way back down. It rained a lot. Didn't slow the tree guy down. He went on, when it was raining, all he'd say about rain was it makes trees grow. So I guess rain is job security for him. A pile of limbs and kind of pine needles up there in the middle so he can drop logs on it so it won't damage the roof. Pretty nifty idea. You can tell if somebody doesn't know what they're doing. I think they probably do. These guys are pretty sharp. And he's trimming it back, which is what I said needed to be done. You trim the small stuff off, and then you work on the big part. So they're getting it done. Couldn't be better timing. I mean, we should be able to get this thing tarped off today, and I guess keep it from getting any worse inside the house. Otherwise, it could rain in there and just do a lot of damage. So they're here, they're on it. Two-man crew. They're climbers, so it should be interesting. But me and Jason are gonna haul the limb, put them back. When they get done, we'll pay these guys, and this insured right here will be in good shape. They should start at the top and work their way back in smaller sections. When they get to a bigger section, they'll probably make a cut, and they'll cut it just shy of all the way through so that it'll slowly fall down, and they can manage it without damaging the roof. But I may be wrong. He may climb it and be up on that part of the tree, and he may rope it off and tie pieces that he's cutting to a rope, and they'll drop and they'll swing, and then he'll let them down. That's what he's got this rig over here on the big tree for. So, that's another option too, which is actually a cooler option. It'll be cool to watch.
Hard on the body, you notice it's steady full. So once you get it out past here, anything over here, that takes force to hold it there. See what I'm saying? Get it down straight, bro. It's gonna go. It's gonna take. There it is. Yep, that's it. Let it down now, fast, quick.
It's heavier than I am, I promise you that.
Yeah, I know it.
Ready?
Am I ready?
Slow and steady wins the race, man. And look, hey, go to the right, hard right.
I gotta have somebody on here when it's not wet enough.
All right. Y'all will be good. Everybody's gonna be fine. Everything's moving slow. Yep. This is where it's gonna kick a little bit. There it is. All right, ease it on down, ease it down. There you go. Let it kind of walk it. It's gonna walk, let it down. Pull. Everybody pull. There it is, walking on down. Easy, watch the pushes. There it is, partner. That's how you do that there.
I need to drink milkshakes for this. I need to add weight. I need to be cutting up.
When the second tree was cleared from the roof, the homeowner, Mrs. McCluskey, finally made it onto the island and was shocked by what she found.
friends of ours sent us pictures of it. And we first, when I saw the pictures, all I could see were trees. So you really couldn't see the damage that it did. But when I first pulled up, I mean, I literally I got out of the car and I got back in the car. It was pretty hard to see it, but you have to take a step back and take a deep breath and say, it will be okay, and it will. I know it will. It's just, it's just hard to see it.
We were gonna tarp that window. Hi, Silas. You'll be back to new before you know it. You'll be good to go. It looks bad, it looks horrible, and we'll plywood up that side too, and we'll cover your window and all. And
Yeah.
you got a good insurance company, they'll take care of you. At that point, the house was in the clear, and we had several 2x6s and OSB, and we had the tarps we needed and things we needed to do to get it temporarily repaired. So I think we framed up on the roof, I don't know, 128 square feet. We put 6 pieces of 4x8 sheets of OSB on it.
Well, I lived in Athens, and my father lived here, and he was here for about 20 years. So I've been coming to St. Simon's probably 40 years. And, when I started coming here, the azaleas and everything were really small, so all of that's grown up, and Daddy had a garden right there, and so everything's kind of evolved. And then when he died, Phil and I decided we would maybe one day live here, but this is gonna be a little setback, I suppose. So funny, we were just getting ready to paint it, and I was going to put some new flooring down throughout the entire house because we were contemplating leaving Athens and selling the house we're in, or either renting it, I don't know which, and then coming down here, and living. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this now. I don't know. I really don't. I almost want to get it all fixed up and just kind of put it behind me and maybe go on a different adventure in a different direction. Don't know. But we'll see.
The commute from Athens to St. Simon's Island was lengthy. So for the time being, Mrs. McCluskey was lodging with friends.
We're sleeping on the floor with our 3 dogs. So if we can get the insurance company to okay it, we're going to try to get a condo or something that we can go back and forth and stay in. Because Athens is 5 hours away. It's a long way to come for 2 days and then go back and come, because I have 5 cats at home. I'm an animal rescuer, and so I gotta go check on them.
All the way up on that rack. Just stand it in there and that junk's anywhere.
It's not the house, it's the things that were around the house, the trees. That's the one thing that upsets me the most. House can be built back. I can't put those big trees back. Because they won't ever, not in my lifetime, they won't be back. So I can't replace those, and I hate that. All the trees in the backyard are gone. I mean, I couldn't even see the sky. They're gone. Well, there was, a couple of oaks in the back there that took out the fence in the back. So I don't know how tall they were. Probably 75 feet, I would imagine. They were big trees, real big trees. I mean, there's a root ball back there that's probably twice the size of that it just fell over. I think that maybe a small tornado just came right through here. It's the only thing I can think of. So pine trees, usually they have such a long tap root that usually they snap. That's what I figured. you know, was that there was a tornado or something that came through and loosened it up. I've never seen a pine tree uprooted, ever. And, you know, I hate that for the animal life, you know, birds and squirrels and, I don't know, I just hate that. You know, it'll be okay. I'll just plant something back there. But I hate it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is it going to overlap or is it going to touch? Here we go. Where's the gap?
The interesting thing about St. Simon's is that we're in a little cove, and there has not been a storm here. It's been like 125 years. And that's why I think everyone thought that, oh, it's going to go like it normally does. It goes out to the ocean and comes back and hits Charleston and, you know, South Carolina. And, I think that's what a lot of people thought. So, you know, the live oaks are the one, I mean, some of those are 300 years old. And, you know, I think they fared pretty well, I think. I haven't been, you know, over the whole island, but I certainly hope. I know one was lost right down there. But, yeah, I love trees, you know. So, we'll see. We were in Athens, yeah. We didn't, I mean, 5 days, we had no idea what was going on because the island was, you know, evacuated. No one was here at all. And then, you know, we find out that, you know, there was a lot of damage, and then we get here and find out someone's broken into the house. It's safe for me to be in that room. My friend Mary, that we're staying at her house, when she got here, she has a key, and she went in, and she said, I know something's not right. Well, she was coming to pick up her television, which I'd been keeping for her, and it was gone.
And when I first walked in the kitchen, there were some cabinets and drawers open, and I was like, no, she wouldn't have.
Then she started looking around, and she said, every drawer in the house, the beds, they had looked under the beds, pulled out all the drawers, Phil's clothes, they took Phil's clothes, stereo equipment, and I really haven't even gone through it to see. I really don't know what else is missing. So, you know, I hope they needed those clothes, but I don't know, that was probably the worst thing for me at that point. But, you see this, the trees are gone, and now someone's broken in the house.
Burglars had been surprisingly selective when looting the house, and Mrs. McCluskey was keen to preserve the precious possessions they left behind.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's a big antique bed, and that's the one thing that I kind of wanted to try to say.
Well, let me talk to Luke and see if we can just move. They've got an antique bed that a friend gave them who's now deceased, and it's in the bedroom directly under that tree, so we're gonna get it out. It's kind of a just-in-case scenario. Let's see how it is. I just want to make sure the headboard doesn't fall. All right.
I've got that. They were looking for guns, money, jewelry. And that's it. Because I had 3 flat screen TVs in the living room on the floor that were not connected. They didn't take those. You know, they took the great big one, the big 50-inch one. So, yeah, they knew what they were looking for.
Just splits it up just a hair.
I'm sure they'll never find out who did that. I suspect it was someone that was on the island, because the island was pretty much evacuated. It was only like 5% of the people that stayed here. And I suspect that, you know, someone, because the house is empty a lot, I think it was probably, you know, someone that knew that. So, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna get an alarm system. That's what we're gonna do now. So, I don't know. That's, but you know, I just feel really defeated. I guess that's why I feel, and I know it's going to be okay. I know it will. But just feel, you know, defeated. days, I will be fine. Oh, you have to put it all in perspective. You know, you look at the universe, the whole thing, and you know, I'm just this tiny little dot, and there's so much more going on than this. Goodness gracious. As my grandmother would say. Goodness gracious. So, it'll be okay.
Don't let it take you off. No bush.
Hey, it's a heck of a lot better, because if it rains anymore, it's just going to gather right there.
I had a pine tree cut down in Athens, and I put plants on top of it. I don't know, maybe donate it to someone that wants to, you know, make like pallets, or I don't know, I'll give it away if anybody wants it. There's some hard pine at the bottom of it. You know, you can chip that up for a fat lighter. So maybe that, I don't know. But it's sad. I hate the loss of the trees. I really do. But, and that's sad, but that'll be fixed. But I think he's almost finished.
Skilled. Well, he walked up and said he's a certified arborist. And that does mean something around here. So if he'd have gotten up there and messed around, I'd have known if he wasn't. He's legit. He did less damage than if we'd have had a crane. And a crane probably would have cost $3 grand, and it would have done more damage to the house. He worked from the top down. He's a talented individual. Here's what we came for.
Yeah, money.
Count it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you, sir.
Great job. Paid him in cash. Cash talks. And heck, he's got this tree. I mean, look what it did. We're going to frame that up and tarp it, and these people are going to be good. He did a good job.
He was awesome. What do I think of all of this? Well, I mean, that's pretty incredible as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he was so funny, and he was right. You know, it's maybe all for a reason. It's sad, and I'm upset, but
No, that's for the it's for the roofing staff only.
yeah. But I'll rebuild. It'll be okay. It'll take a while. I have to get an insurance adjuster, and then maybe that will
Do what?
that'll help to, you know, to rebuild this.
Hey, Luke. Yeah. Can you give me a hammer and some nails? Let me do a toe board so this OSB don't.
Oh, they're great. Oh my gosh. You know, that was and how weird was that? We're from Athens. Couldn't find anyone here. We called our insurance agent in Athens. He said, my best friend is down there, and they're from Watkinsville, which is right outside of Athens. So how, you know, all those really strange connections that, you know. He has, in fact, the police came over here, could not find how anyone got in the house. Everything was locked up. And walked in there with Mary, and Mary said, what is this on the floor? And he picked it up. He said it came from a window casing.
I mean, where did those come from? They weren't here when we left. Those were not here when we left.
It's a piece of trim for something. See how that's framed up and it's mitered?
Yeah.
It's something that was in this shape, you know. So it's something this size right here, right?
Would it have come from the window in the garage?
Something that size. Here we go.
Oh no! That's how they got in.
That's it.
Son of a gun.
That's it.
I didn't even notice that.
He knew exactly where they got in, showed Mary, you know. So, yeah, I'm pretty in awe of him, for sure.
You holding your chainsaw.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody look this way.
Oh yeah, here we go.
It's not that I'm not grateful, because there was no one in the house. And easily could have been, and because we were just here the week before, and we could have decided to stay here. And my animals weren't hurt, my friends weren't hurt. In fact, that's where Mary stays, is in that bedroom. So, you know, that's one thing, for sure. I am grateful for all those things, for sure.
With the house watertight, it was mission complete for Luke, and Mrs. McCluskey's thoughts turned to her love of St. Simon's Island.
Tonight is a full moon, and there's a place down the road, and it's called Myrtle Street, and that's where all the locals go to the beach. If there is still a beach there, I'm assuming there is. Anyway, a lot of people will go there and, you know, bring a bottle of wine or champagne and watch the moon come up over the ocean, and it is awesome. It's like the big, huge harvest moon just raises right out of the water, and it's really nice. I think that's one thing I'm gonna do. Well, my stress level has come down some. I came out to the concert. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Oh my God, what can I say? If it weren't for them, seriously, I'd be still in the same, you know.
They did a fantastic job. We're very grateful.
Oh, I told you,
They're
I'm
very
going to contact the paper in Athens, Georgia, and I'm going to write an article about this whole thing. I really am going to do it. Mary's going to help me.
I will help.
Yeah.
On the next edition of Master of Disaster, Luke takes care of some flood damage back on the mainland.
You know, they'll replace this carpet. They'll go through the whole room. They're not going to just seam it in right here. So you'll get new carpet in this room.